wala ba kayong agreement man lang as to the inventory of the vaccines, the accounting of the vaccines, the manner of distribution, para naman naging sana ay yung bago ma-expire, sana naiturok man lang yung ating mga bakuna para na-minimize po yung wastage.
Dalawang grupo ang nagpasok sa private sector ng vaccines. No? And yung cost nun, hindi pera ng government yan. Pera namin yan, private sector. So I want to make that clear. No? So iba ang wastage galing sa government, iba ang wastage galing sa private sector. Ang grupo namin, Dose of Hope, pinasok namin about 5.4 million doses of AstraZeneca. Yan ang kaunang tripartite agreement which we signed with Secretary Galvez. Wala pang binili yung government at that time kasi the only available vaccine at that time which was acceptable was AstraZeneca. And at that time still, they did not have what we call their FDA approval. No? So we had to put the deposit and that was a huge amount and we took the risk. And eventually, they got the FDA approval. No? So walang problema yan. Now, out of that 5.4, we donated half to the government, no? 2.7 million doses. The Razon Group also brought in Moderna. That's about 7 million doses. No? And that was also, it's the same model, private sector participated. All of the companies who bought had to sign into the tripartite agreement. No? We had the tripartite signing with all the companies, both Astra and Moderna. That's part of the rules. Why a tripartite? Because the government is the one that will guarantee that in case of any citizen being affected by the vaccine, they will take the cost. No? So that is what the vaccine manufacturers insisted and part of their protocol. Why do we have this wastage? Earlier on, when we saw that the vaccines were a lot, we were saying, why don't you widen the coverage? Not only to include 60 years and above and those with comorbidities, but allow already the 50 years and above and those with comorbidities. And consider whatever Moderna and Pfizer is doing in America, just copy it and do it here. No? Why do we have to have our own rules when sila naman ang nag-invento nito?
They were saying that the number is very manageable. It only represents 12%
Acceptable pa daw yun.
Worldwide. No? World Health Organization even pegged it at 20 to 25%. But Yusek Vergere is saying na 12% lang naman, so very manageable. But of course, when you look at the numbers, it translates to 15.6 billion pesos worth.
Because in the end, the custody of the vaccines cannot be with us. The cold storages and the places where it's placed under the EUA, it's under the DOH. They are safekeeping that. They use Wellig and other cold storages to manage this. We cannot go to the cold storage or the place where they put the vaccines and withdraw it. No, we just direct, okay, RFM or San Miguel is now vaccinating. Could you please send the following doses? And it has to go through an accredited provider who will implement the vaccination. So we are not allowed to touch the vaccines or keep it in our own offices. That is not allowed under the tripartite agreement. So the responsibility of safekeeping and monitoring is with them. And the total number of vaccines bought by the private sector, including the Moderna group, is a total of 12,468,000 doses, no? Of which about 2.7 was donated to them. Sa inyo na to, because at that time, they needed it. So, and if they didn't use it, it's not our fault. They are the ones holding custody of all of these vaccines. So it's easier to say, okay, private sector, kayo bumili, kayo na wasted. It was wasted. We did our effort. We vaccinated our people. We said, hey, we already projected. There are still a lot of people who want to take the vaccines, but your criteria does not allow 50 years and above. Can we bring that down to 50 years? It took so much time. 2 days before they expired, it all expired. That's when HTAC approved it. No?